Morning, everybody. I'm John Mulrooney. That is Phil Izetta. Today, Thursday, February 27th, 2025 at approximately 8:40 a.m. in the morning. Holy good God. Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog are all dead, but there's nothing fishy about it, right, Phil?
Well, I don't think the dog went to Epstein Island. Do you? Did the poor dog know he was in on this pact, by the way? I don't.
Dude, how many times did the Q post say it'll make it look like the Puppy Bowl?
You got to implicate the dog. The dog did nothing wrong.
Poor little doggy.
Do we know what kind of dog it was?
No.
Just Gene Hackman. That's all that matters, right?
You're going to tell me what kind of dog it is? As if it does it is was that in the report or the article?
I don't know, man. They said Asian wife, dog, murder. I was like, whoa.
So maybe the dog was just a little snack before they both checked out.
Or maybe the dog was like, no, I don't like the way things are going here.
Anyway, apparently Q has said on at least one post, mentioned Suicide Weekend, that when the list was dropped, that's what we were going to come up to. That's what was going to happen. And I believe this could be, maybe there's more than one. What do you think about that? Maybe there's more than one.
Well, they also Michelle Trachtenberg, 39 years old, was also dead today. I don't know, but they're saying that was a COVID injury.
Regardless, it's still, in my opinion, part of the purge. Would you agree? Or certainly more likely that it's part of the purge.
If Tom Hanks and Ellen show up, they fell asleep and didn't wake up tomorrow, then I'd say, hey, there's something to this. But Gene Hackman, 95. I mean, how much longer did he have?
So the reason for all of this motivation could possibly be that the Epstein list is supposed to drop today, as per Pam Bondi, correct?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And by the way, we need to do the stupid disclaimer that this is for entertainment purposes only. And what is the nonsense? The opinions expressed by the hosts of this show.
Yes.
Simply, whatever. I don't know why they don't do that with the news every night, because the news is just so ridiculously slanted. I mean, in case you've been in a cave the last couple of weeks, who's missing now? Lester Holt, Nora O'Donnell. That's that's old news already. Can you believe it? Jim Acosta.
Yep.
Who else got the axe? Well, of course, Brian Stelter. Joyless Reed, of course, just this week she got Reed. Because you know what, Phil, my show had value. And the converse of that, of course, is Catherine Herridge reporting regularly from Guantanamo.
Yeah, beautiful.
So the stuff is moosing.
It's moving along.
Man, this stuff is moosing along. And
speaking of the Epstein stuff moving along, can we get to the Isaac Cappy? Because that brings Haiti, it brings in all of it. It's only a minute long.
Yes,
and it's catchy too. And then we could talk about Isaac Cappy and his demise. How he, that one. That's one for the books, Sean, right?
That was, I believe this is it, number 2, and there it is. Stand by 1. Hold on. Share this tab instead, and let me expand this bitch right here, and then, ta-da! How was that, Phil? Betterer?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Look at you, right on.
And now I'm going to close the whole thing down.
Epstein Island edition. That's right, folks. Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein.
By the way, if you recall Ellen's show, the set had all of these elements built into it. Do you remember that?
Yep.
The blue and white stripes, which also, the CDC logo for the CDC. Okay, stand by 1. I wasn't planning on bringing this up, but give me a second. CDC logo images. And someone pointed this out to me yesterday, and I thought it was truly remarkable. Look at this. You saw the blue and white on that, correct?
Yes.
Look at all of these. Do you see these?
I do.
And in addition to it looking eerily or maybe more sinisterly like the Epstein Island thing, chemtrails, right?
That I see more than the Epstein connection. The Epstein connection is kind of a reach with that.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm calling it like I see it. I mean, some things, yes, definitely I'll go with, but that I could see the chemtrails more with the 3 things in the air. I sent you something on chemtrails too, which was unbelievable.
Stand by one.
That was a few days ago.
Yeah, stand by one. Stand by one. Let's see. See, so now I stopped sharing the whole thing. All right, give me a second. Hold on.
Take your time.
Present, share screen, share screen. All right, here we go. Fletch and share. All right.
Free Epstein, the man with the island, which is viciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see, this man, Jeffrey Epstein, is funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people on the street to make sure his shit doesn't get out.
Wow.
That's right. They want the record sealed. And they're paying a lot of people. Epstein's paying a lot of people. Oh, boy. For one, he's got a whole Mossad media matrix in America. And I would bet you anything that Alex Jones is one of them. Prove me wrong.
Wow. Do you think he's one of them? You think Alex Jones?
John, at this point, nothing would surprise.
Right.
I'm telling you, when I saw that list, Tom Hanks, let's be honest about Tom Hanks. And by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Oh, at the end of
anything we say. I'm just throwing it out there again because Tom Hanks has great lawyers. How long have you loved Tom Hanks? I mean, Tom Hanks is one of those guys throughout my whole life, from Bosom Buddies to Bachelor Party, Big, everything he ever did. You love Tom Hanks. How can you not love Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
And then if he's implicated in this, John, that's going to throw a lot of stuff off for me and a lot of other people, because that was Woody in Toy Story. And if he was as evil as they say, this is very bad.
I used to pray to have a career like Tom Hanks, because I was in Hollywood working my ass off. And I certainly was as funny, if not funnier than him. Certainly in a club, I could crush. I mean, he could. I saw him do stand up. He was okay, but he was an idol. And I used to say to people, he's our generation's Jimmy Stewart. And I truly believed that at the time. And he seemed and played the part of just a really good, decent human being. And I remember a couple of times thinking to myself, how is this really nice, great guy in there swinging for the fences, knocking them out of the park, and I'm standing over here at the sidelines, not even, crumbs, nothing. And Jamie Foxx too. So much talent in one guy. I used to think this isn't fair. How bad is this? The guy can sing, he can dance, he can do stand up, he can act.
It's the Jufro.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think we all, if you haven't experienced it yet, I think it's coming down the pike for everybody who's looked up to these celebrities and, athletes, actors, personalities, spokespersons, whatever, and thought, I want to be like them. The ones at the very top are the sickest, darkest, most demented out of all of them. It's really a mind on a level that people are it's going to take years for people to get over, and they may never get over it.
Well, it's weird because you notice at the end of people's careers, like when these guys get older, like Rodney to me is the perfect example.
Yeah.
Like when you watch Natural Born Killers, like that role that he played in that. Do you remember Natural Born Killers? The role
Absolutely.
Rodney.
Well, just back up. Tell people tell people what he did in that.
He played Juliette Lewis's father, who was like a molester, basically. He basically molested and beat the mother and everything. And I mean, it was such a stretch to see Rodney in that role, but you got to know Rodney really well. I mean, when he got Well,
I can't say well. I got to know him, but not
worked
really
with him.
well. I
Yeah.
worked, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
listen, I worked with you. I don't know you that well. You're probably not wearing pants right now.
Yeah, that is true. So anyway, don't make me stand up. No, but with him, it was like it got really dark because I remember he was on a lot of talk shows later on, and I don't know what was going on with him, but like it seemed like the demons kind of overtook Rodney in his later years. He was mad at everybody.
You know, this is how well, quote unquote, I knew him. But he floated this out in front of, audiences. So I don't have a problem repeating it. He used to go up on stage and he would start the show with, hey, everybody's talking about love, love. I don't know about love. He goes, I just want to meet a hooker that can make me on coke. And that wasn't a one-off, pardon the pun. That was his opening at when I used to watch him working out new stuff at the Melrose Improv. That was his opening on a regular basis.
You mean his pickup line?
Outside of, does this smell like chloroform? Yeah. No. Well, a guy like Rodney, he didn't even need a pickup line. He would basically, just point out the ones he liked and you, the fat one with the braces, hit the road,
But the darkness too, like in Natural Born Killers, and it was just, Rodney with that role. I don't know, like a lot of these guys when they're older, it's like I don't know if it's like the come to Jesus moment that they have because they know they don't have much time left. I mean, it's weird.
Well, he used to sit at the bar in his club. I think it's called Rodney's Place now. He used to just sit at the bar in a bathrobe with his big hound dog testicles hanging out. One would be hitting the floor, the other would be in the kitchen. I mean, he, sitting there. And dude, when you get to be that age, it was like 2 plums in a pantyhose.
And you don't need the description, John. I think everyone's had grandparents.
Yeah, it is a little early, huh? Gather round, kids. Uncle John has a story to tell you about
Uncle John stepping on his testes again.
Uncle Rodney's gonna tell you a story with puppets. You're gonna be able to draw smiley faces.
Stop it. Harry's still doing that in Vegas.
So Gene Hackman gone, his wife gone,
Trachtenberg,
gone. The list is supposed to come out today.
12 o'clock.
Today, 12 o'clock, and we're pretty sure that she's not going to be. She's not going to jerk us around on this one. Okay, let's see. I have a Podesta thing. I'm sure that this is related, correct?
Let me tell you, we got to save the Podesta thing for a little later.
Okay.
I don't think we're ready for that one yet. I mean, it's really bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at it in the preview. Yeah, this one's pretty bad.
But I mean, those are the type of people. And back to the Cappy thing for a second. When you see Epstein Island, just start stitching it together. I don't want to say anything or implicate anyone. Stitch it together. Ghislaine Maxwell had a submarine license. Epstein Island was very close to Haiti. The Clintons, Bill Clinton, you know what they did in Haiti. Bill has notorious for being on the Lolita Express. So, I mean, if you start stitching the thing together, it's very easy with a submarine to get kids from Haiti to Epstein Island without anyone seeing anything.
All those islands. What was what's his name? Branson's Island was the actual name is Necker, Necker, and then Little St. James. That was I don't know if there's if one was a proper and one wasn't. Let me take a look real quick. I got an offer to do a gig there. What's that?
Little St. John or Little St. James?
Little St. James.
Well, it's weird too that the Disney, how weird Disney is when people, again, for entertainment purposes only, Disney's a little weird with their pedophile stuff. And why did the Disney cruise go eerily close to Epstein Island all the time? Why was that one of their stops? You've heard about that story, right?
Yeah, of course. But go ahead to reiterate while I just.
I mean, it's just like there's no reason for a Disney cruise to go anywhere near Epstein Island. What was it doing there? Yeah, I mean that's too much of a coincidence, if you ask me.
Right.
It's just
Necker
bizarre.
Island. Yeah.
The Haiti thing. And why do all these guys, these billionaires, I mean, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. But why are they all buying islands? It's very strange.
Yeah, this I mean, look at this thing. This is it's small, but I mean it looks like it's fully self
Contained,
sufficient
yeah.
or available. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got the ocean, you got a lagoon, there's a couple of towers here, probably broadcasting. There's got to be, based on what we know now, there's got to be tunnels under this thing here, you know?
It's blowing my mind. I mean, you know, that's another level, John. That's another, we didn't reach that level where we could get our own island. But I mean, that's got to be something.
Well, maybe you should take a trip. It is your birthday.
Well, I am. I'm going to an island next week, actually.
That's right. You are. Yeah. Happy birthday, by the way.
Like, thank you. But how did these cruise ships, like, they buy all these islands? It's just very weird the way the whole thing, you know, he invested with all of these companies, and then the cruise ships go by his island. You know, kids go missing at Disney all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
It's bizarre. When that list comes out, people are going to be very angry and surprised.
All right, let's see. I got another. I love this when you send me stuff. I get this big red banner that comes across. This could be from a dangerous source. Yeah, it's Phil. They know you.
Clip number one, before we get too far, because I see the time is flying again. Clip number one that I wanted you to kick off the show with, instead of the Cappy one. If you could play that just blew my mind.
I'm looking at them. It doesn't. Clip number one of they're titled. I got Mayweather on Trump, Epstein on VH1, Podesta.
Well, Epstein, we were just talking about Epstein. If you could cue that one up, I believe it's 14 minutes and 2 seconds where they talk about Epstein, the VH1 thing. I never knew he was on VH1.
All right, so this guy, this is step by one. This guy, Cheer, hold on. Share screen. All right, hold on.
And then in the chat, I'm going to put that next clip that I want you to play, because that one blew my mind. I still can't get over that one.
Do you know this guy, Dom Lucre?
No.
Okay. All right. So, very interesting. He says on 2007, VH1 featured Jeffrey Epstein for 15 minutes doing the fabulous life of billion-dollar Wall Street ballers. Oh, my God, if that's not a play on words. 2007. Jesus, this is almost 20 years old. Referred to Jeffrey Epstein as a former school teacher turned billionaire. Now, dude, I think I told you this. Epstein, was a math teacher for a very high-end exclusive girls' school, right?
They talk about it in the clip. They talk about it.
They do. Okay. All right. So this guy here, this guy, Dom Lucre, he says, I've restored and resurfaced the entire episode. It has been removed from the internet by Paramount Global, which blocked it on copyright grounds.
Everything. I'm telling you, if we play a small little clip, though, less than a minute,
all right,
we can get away with it.
Well, let me first go to 10:14 and see what he says there, all right? All right, so first we're going to go to 10:14. Stand by one. Was a record. This guy's trying to do a cheap Robin Leach.
Right.
Yeah. 10:14, right?
Who was another weirdo, by the way.
Let's back up. All right, so this is 9:56. Can you see this all right?
Yes, I can.
All right, stand by one. Here we go.
Is that the Lolita?
Bought his
Yep.
stream for 2 years ago, and it was actually reported that he was the youngest person ever to buy a G4.
No tycoon worth his salt doesn't have a Gulfstream jet.
Oh my! Why are all of these people on that side of the fence? I don't understand.
I think you did it again, John.
What's that?
Keep playing the video. You're not at the right part. Go on.
Don't drink the water. Fish fart in it.
Of which start at about $35 million. And if he also just wants to do a quick jaunt, he has a Sikorsky helicopter.
This isn't the part.
But only one man truly rules the Wall Street skies. Because for former school
Dude, I knew that. I'm leading into it.
teacher turned billionaire Jeffrey Epstein, one private plane won't do. He's got a small fleet. a Gulfstream 4, a Cessna, and a Boeing 727 with, of course, an in-flight trading room.
He has a Boeing 727. I'm just wondering now, what do you need a commercial-size airliner for?
You know, you take the wings off and let it fly into wherever it wants to go.
Believe us, it comes in handy when you've got powerful friends to fly around.
There
When
we go.
Bill
There's the
Clinton-
list.
They're like making a goof out of this thing. They're like making a joke out of this.
That's the list right there. You got powerful
Wow.
friends. Let it roll.
Wow. All right. Okay.
organized a week-long tour of Africa in 2002.
Wow.
How many
Jeff
kids
gave
do you
him
think
a
they
ride
took
in
back
his-
from Africa? For entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only. All right.
personal 727 and took actors Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker
Wow.
along for the trip.
Now, for former President Clinton, it was a chance to investigate.
I wonder why
problems
this
of
got
AIDS in
scrubbed off the
Africa, and
internet.
Perhaps it was a chance to hang out.
I don't understand. And now Gene Hackman, his wife, and the dog
The
all
dog.
died of natural causes at the
What
same
did the
time.
dog? What did the dog do? The dog didn't
Poor
molest
dog.
anyone. Jeez.
Oh
Always
my
gotta
God.
go
I guess the
back.
dog's name was Epi.
Out with some of his big shot friends.
Jet setting with Bill, all in a day's work for Wall Street moguls.
Oh,
But
boy.
it's nothing compared to the power trips they're taking on the high seas.
Good evening and welcome to Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. On this week's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, we'll piss you off by showing you things you could never possibly have.
How did George Clooney go from Ocean's
Wall Street-
11 to Nespresso commercials? Have you noticed?
Yeah. Yeah, with that little freak show of a dwarf. Okay, stand by.
Top performers have
Freak
the
show of a
trophy
dwarf.
homes.
Yeah.
the
I love Danny DeVito, but he's creepy to even.
Danny
even-
DeVito?
You
Where
know,
did you get Danny DeVito from?
him and Danny DeVito, the two of them hanging out together.
They're doing no.
Nespresso. You just said Nespresso.
No, that's not Danny DeVito.
And George Clooney, Nespresso?
No, it's George Clooney. It's Chicago. What's that called? The sub place that Danny DeVito does.
Whatever.
Yeah.
amazing
Jersey
private
Mike's.
planes. So of course they've invested in whopping mega yachts.
When
gotta check
finance
this out.
titans
Danny
take to the
DeVito.
waves, they're
Espresso?
behind the wheels of their own
What are you saying?
I got to check that now to see if Danny DeVito did an espresso commercial.
He did. He did an Nespresso commercial with George Clooney. Yes, he did. Yeah. Yeah, go look it up.
Oh yeah,
stylish
look at that. He
super
played
cruiser.
Napoleon of all things.
Your apology is accepted.
I'm sorry, John.
No, you're not.
When I think Danny DeVito, I think Jersey Mike's all the time.
Happy birthday, F you. Happy birthday. I'm going to show you when we're done. I'm going to show you what I got you for a birthday present for your new car. All right.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Okay. So stand by.
I just hope you didn't get it from Quindale's girlfriend.
with us around.
Dude. That's inside and underneath. All right. Hold on. All right. Let me finish playing a little bit of this and
Don't
we'll go
go
to
for
what you-
stickers on my car from them. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Around the Wall Street Yacht Club. There's Alex Schneider's mega yacht Melandia.
All right. So I'm
What
going
do
to
you
go
think they
down.
did on- I mean, now that you think about it, it's like, why does someone need all that? Why do you need 4 jet? Because you're running kids.
All right. So we passed
Allegedly.
1048. So let's go to 2214. Okay. Let's see. 22.
When they talk about him being a school teacher, it really made my skin crawl.
Yeah, and it was an exclusive girls club, right?
Unbelievable. Right in our face.
All right, so here it is, just at about 22. So stand by one.
Extravagant getaways.
Wall Street guys are always on call, and because it's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week occupation, and they're encouraged to take vacations really whenever they need it.
When you're a top Wall Street hedge fund manager, you're not packing the kids up and going to the timeshare down in Florida.
Every one of them is gay. Every single one of them. You know, when I first got out
There's
there.
anything wrong with that.
Oh, no, absolutely not. When I first went out there, I remember Richard Baker, my manager, told me, he said, you have to be aware of the gay mafia, and every single studio executive they were really close, and I don't mean that as like a metaphor or a creepy joke. They were really tight. There was a lot of sidebars and whispering and all that other stuff, and it had, from what I could see, it had nothing to do with sexually explicit or physical activity. It was just that they were very, very clandestine about stuff that they were doing. Every single one of them.
No, it was unbelievable. Dude, I lived in Hollywood. I mean, you
All
and
right,
I don't give off the gay vibe, so it really didn't affect us that much. But I mean, it's there. Well, maybe at least I give off the gay. I don't give off that vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
You got frosted hair, John.
When Wall Streeters vacation in the Sunshine State, they don't settle for anything less than Palm Beach, the town where the average home sells for over $5 million.
Palm Beach is the Wall Street waterway for the fabulous and rich and
Oh, nice. Dude, he was out and running. All right, so let's see. 22. Did we pass 22?
No, you're just getting to the part where his picture comes up.
Okay.
Money manager Jeffrey Epstein seems to think so. He unwinds in his $6.8 million Palm Beach villa. And billionaire financier Steve Schwartzman kicks back.
Well, that was a little underwhelming right there. That one, John.
What are you talking about?
Billion.
Oh,
Jeez, that's it.
Yeah.
6.8. That's it. Come on.
4 wins.
Steve Schwartzman in Palm Beach has one of the most over.
All right, we don't want to hear about Steve Schwartzman. The point is, Jeffrey Epstein had a lot of money. He was a scumbag, and now finally, all this stuff is going to come out. Hopefully,
all right. So
and everybody who laid down with him is going to get theirs today. Hopefully, at noon.
All right, 27:49. This is the last one. Let me play that, and then we'll tap out. Stand by one. 27:49. 26. Oops. Okay, here we go. And he doesn't say what this is. Just go to it. So here we go.
Sound like a party? Nah, this is how Wall Street does charity. When the fabulous life of billion-dollar Wall Street ballers continues.
Ballers. He actually says ballers. Wow.
Just because you have all the money in the world, it can't buy happiness if you don't have that special someone in your life.
These guys were sort of the math whizzes and the science nerds of high school, and they probably didn't get as much action as, say, the high school quarterback.
Well, in the clip that I was telling you about, at the 14-minute mark, they talk about him in schools and the girls and everything. I don't know what this 27 stuff is, but at the 14,
we're right.
Yeah,
we're right at the 27:49 now. I want to see what he's referring to.
Today, these guys have something way more alluring than sex appeal.
Sex appeal? That guy? Hold on a second. These guys have sex appeal?
Someone in your life.
These guys were sort of the math whizzes and the science nerds of high school, and they probably didn't get as much action as, say, the high school quarterback.
This
but
is
today,
so
these guys have something way more alluring than sex appeal. Dollar signs.
Wow.
Yes, Wall Street moguls are landing.
That was the victim. That was one of them. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most eligible hotties on earth. Just look at real-life hedge
Wow.
fund Romeo Vivi Nevo. He made his fortune with
Wow.
major stakes in Time Warner, eBay, and Microsoft. But he also keeps company with super hot ladies like Madonna, club owner Amy Sacco, and even dated supermodel Kate Moss. And then there's 36-year-old British financier Nathaniel Rothschild, heir to the Rothschild banking fortune.
There he is, the Rothschild. And he looks like the old man. Look at him. You know, that classic shot of the creepy old dude. You with me?
These people are just animals. They're animals.
He's been spotted with model Petra Nemkova and Ivanka Trump, and most recently.
And Ivanka. This is why they're trying to throw Trump into the mix with this stuff.
recently Natalie Portman. And even if these foxy 40-something financiers don't have models or starlets on speed dial, they can still get plenty of play for the right price. These days, there are exclusive and expensive matchmaking services designed just to score super hot ladies for super rich Wall Street singles. Like this place.
Selective search.
You're
is
playing
the
way too
go-to
much of this, John.
matchmaking firm.
It's going to get flagged.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Well,
because they look for that stuff. But basically, one of the reason why I sent you that clip, they talked about him buying a building. The building used to be a schoolhouse, Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
It used to be a schoolhouse. He used to be a teacher, left teaching, and they said in the whole video that, he left teaching because he loved it so much at an all-girls school that he had to go back to teaching again. And then they were talking about his sidewalks out in front of the building being heated. I mean, the guy he ran New York. And for all of those years, he got all of those. I mean, when you think about New York and the money with Wall Street, he was untouchable. He owned a building with closed circuit television with tunnels underneath it, because you know the tunnels in New York. I mean, if when they start digging, John, I guarantee you, they're going to make a connection between upstate New York, those Finger Lakes that Hunter Biden has a tattoo, the Hudson, and Manhattan. This is all connected. This isn't stuff that's just, we're throwing stuff out there. If you start stitching all of it together, how do the Finger Lakes come into Hunter Biden's back? Why are the Finger Lakes? You spent some time up in that area. How creepy was that area? Why do they have submarines in that area?
Well, I didn't believe it when I first went up there. I stayed at some really high-end spa at the suggestion of somebody else. And it was nice, but it was really expensive. And I'm going back 20 years. It was like $500 a night. And the locals, I forget exactly which lake we were on, but the locals were telling me when I came off the lake after a day of fishing, they said, yeah, the Navy uses this lake to test their submarines. And I'm looking around, I'm going, it's landlocked. What do you mean they use their submarines? And this kid was adamant. He goes, yeah, he said, submarines surface on this lake on a fairly regular basis. He said, there's no rhyme or reason to it from their perspective. They can't tell when they're going to be there. He said, but he had pictures of it. Now, he didn't have pictures of it at that time, but he swore that he had pictures of submarines surfacing on that lake. And back then, phones with cameras was not like as a big deal like it is now.
Yeah, and when you start, look at that video that you just played with all the money, $750 million. Then you John, it's sick. It's sick. And then the other video that I sent you that I wanted you to start the show with weaves into this. That's how it's beyond me. And you call it, you know how this works. You say that all the time. How all of these things are weaving into one another. It's just incredible how you take the children, you take Epstein, you take Haiti, you take the Clinton Foundation, you take Wall Street, you take the shorts, the shorting stocks, the Pelosi's of the world, all this money laundering, you take what Doge is doing, and it's just, it all fits together, and we weren't part of this club. And this video that I'm trying to set up, when you play it, it's about a 3-minute video. It kind of explains why everything's all connected.
Which one was this one?
I put it in the chat.
Oh, you put it in the chat. Okay,
yeah.
Stand by. The chat told the very last one in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, this is the first time you've ever seen this, so it's going to affect you. I'm telling you right off the bat.
Okay.
It's gonna blow you away.
All right. Well, listen. You mean like the night when you freaked me out with the Michelle Obama thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Stop screen. Let's see. Stand by one. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me share screen. Share screen. Here we go. She's hot too, this chick. Hold on. And voila. Do we know who this is?
It's from Val Thor. I don't know who she is.
They have ruled from the shadows since the dawn of civilization. Every empire, every war, every great collapse. It was never human history. It was their history.
Does she look a little AI to you?
John, let her talk.
The Anunnaki, the Watchers, the Nephilim, the Serpent Kings, they are the same. Different names, same rulers. They never left. The Bible warns of the seed of the serpent, Genesis 3:15. The elite bloodlines trace back to Babylon, Egypt, Rome, the same forces in new masks. The popes, the kings, the banking dynasties, their blood is not like ours. Hidden rituals, secret marriages, and genetic purity to preserve what is inside them. The reptilian DNA look deeper. Why do royal families only marry their own? Why are the wealthiest bloodlines unknown to the public? Why do so many powerful figures have slit pupils in photographs, moments where their disguises flicker? The mask is imperfect. The black cube of Saturn is everywhere. Mecca, Wall Street, the Vatican. It appears in religious rituals, corporate logos, and secret societies. Saturn, the dark sun, the hidden god, the master of time.
Wow.
Time itself is the prison, and they are its wardens. CERN is built atop an ancient temple to Shiva, the destroyer. Its Hadron Collider mirrors the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its own tail. They are not smashing particles. They are searching for a way out, a way to break the seal. Tesla knew everything is energy. The pyramids, obelisks, and temples were machines designed to channel, amplify, and extract energy. When they lost control of those systems, they built new ones. Wars, disease, fear. Hollywood isn't just entertainment, it's ritual. Every global tragedy is a mass sacrifice. Every war, a feeding frenzy. Loosh! The purest energy extracted from suffering, terror, despair. Why do they push division, fear, and hopelessness? Because it sustains them. Look at the Vatican audience hall, the shape of a serpent's head. The Pope's throne, placed inside the mouth of the beast. The true rulers are not priests, they are gatekeepers, protecting something, worshipping something. The elite do not follow different religions. They serve the same master, hidden behind different names. The God of the Old Testament, a jealous, vengeful being who demanded sacrifice. The deities of Babylon, the same beings under new disguises. Time is the cage, the simulation is their prison. We are inside a construct. The Anunnaki, the fallen, were banished here. This is not a planet, it is a prison. They rewrote history, erased past civilizations, buried knowledge under mudfloods and resets. Atlantis, Tartaria, Lemuria wiped from memory because the truth would set us free. The Big Bang never happened, it was the last reset. The system crashed and they rewrote the code. They turned eternity into a time loop. Every war, every collapse is the same cycle, endlessly repeating, because they cannot leave, but they want out, and to escape, they need us to remain asleep. The final deception. Why do they suppress human consciousness? Why do they poison the food, the water, the air? Why is fluoride forced into our bodies? Why are ancient texts hidden? Because if we wake up, if we remember who we are, their rule ends. The veil is thinning, glitches, Mandela effects, cracks in the illusion. The system is breaking down, and before it collapses, they will make their final move. A staged invasion, a savior to unite the world under their control. One last great deception. War isn't coming, it never ended. And we were never just humans. We are the key they fear the most.
Wow, dude, that is so
How much
incredibly.
information was in that 3 minutes? And
Dude,
how much did you disagree with?
I don't disagree with any of it. And in fact, I think you and I have discussed the Rockefeller Creed before. Have I?
The Rockefeller?
Rockefeller Creed, the Masonic Creed of John D. Check this out, dude. I know I've told you and I have talked about it, but hold on. Stand by one. I'm gonna play this.
And by the way, Mrs. Rockefeller was Mr. Rockefeller too. Yeah, it's me.
Tell me this dude does not look like a friggin' reptilian. And maybe we'll even get to that clip
without a doubt
of what's her name? Nancy Pelosi talking about how she's a reptile. Check this out.
As a nation,
Americans, these frigging ads.
Mammoth Nation.
God.
Is it Mammoth Nation or?
Hey, there's your gun, Phil. There's your curly gun.
lightweight, and
The
simple to
burner.
use. It uses easy
All right, here we go.
The John D.
Rick needs to get
Rockefeller
endorsed. Oh, go ahead.
breed is guaranteed to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand as far up as they can go.
Just look at him.
We will keep their lives short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, as well as in the air. They will be covered in poisons wherever they turn. The soft metals will make them lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure of our many funds, and yet we will give them more poison. Chemical poisons will be absorbed through the skin of morons who believe that certain hygiene and beauty products presented by great actors and musicians will bring eternal youth to their faces and bodies. And through their thirsty and hungry mouths, we will destroy their minds and systems of internal organs and reproduction, all to deform
Great guy.
and hide that information from you.
You know, we have discussed many times before that whatever this plan is, it's so dark and it's so evil. It's so bereft
It's
of
not human.
any
Yeah.
right, any empathy or compassion whatsoever, that it cannot have come from a human being. There's absolutely no connection to any emotion on a human scale. None, zero.
And
None
John, it's
whatsoever.
weird because it's strange. When you're growing up, you meet a lot of people. When you get into the business that you've gotten into, you meet a lot of people. You've met people that are not like other people. I've met people that are not like other people, and you could never understand why do they think that way. What motivates them to think that way, or but the money that people, what they'll do for money, what they'll do for power or for a role or for a part or for a couple minutes on stage. It's sick. It's not human. And all this time we try to, there is something going on where it's not like us. There's a clear delineation of good and evil now. Very clear.
She has, I'm gonna get to the stand by one. I'm trying to find where she actually says that she's not like other people and she's a reptile. Hold on a second. She actually says it, and I'm only going to show one clip, but there are several. So, take my word for it if you want or don't want, but check this out.
This is a dramatic pause. I'm not hearing anything.
Talking about we know we're different from the president. We're very discreet, reptilian,
Look at her.
cold-blooded. These are the races we have to win. Others are winning the whole country. 10.
This woman is horrible. She is friggin' demonic.
Yeah, she's evil.
This is not metaphor or hyperbole. These are not figures of speech. This woman, I mean, we do have a reptile brain, the one that's involved with instinct, the fight, flight, or freeze syndrome, and even Cliff High still speaks about this all the time. That the Elohim in the Bible, the prefix or the suffix El, it means the powerful ones, and we even use it today in our language when we talk about the elites, El. If you get elected, El. Even originally, the word elder was supposed to be a position of prominence in the community. They now made it to be elderly, but eligible is another one of those L words. And though that prefix and suffix, when used in the Bible, it means the powerful ones. And the indication is from all the research he's done is that this was not God in and of himself. The Elohim was a title like colonel or general. And these were space alien beings from who knows where that we worshiped as gods, and their story got woven into the Bible. I can't prove or disprove that, but the way he lays it out is a very compelling case. And I know that I wouldn't be able to debate debate him on that issue.
No, there's a couple people that have that Nancy Pelosi. I mean, George Soros has the same look as Pelosi. Maxine
Dude,
Waters
he's
has
right.
that same look. I mean, they're not normal people. John Podesta, who
John Podesta.
I sent you something, and it's just, a voice analyst actually proved that was him, and again, for entertainment purposes only, in that clip that I sent you, and
I'm going to
it's
play
scary.
it. Okay, so
These are evil people, John.
I need to set this clip up with a disclaimer / warning, because this has been proven to be correct. This has been proven to be Podesta, right? We can say that, yeah. Let's just put it this way: the voice analyst says that this is Podesta. Okay, now this is allegedly in the basement of Comet Ping Pong, correct?
Yes.
And how long ago would we say this is?
Oh, geez. That was during Obama's term. So what, 06, 07, somewhere in there?
Okay.
I'm
Let
guessing.
me get in here. Yeah, let me get in here and play this. All right, stand by one. So it's apparently with a child. That's all I can really say about it.
You'll hear it. It's
so
obvious.
fucked.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
That's why these people, John, if this is all real, they got to go. It's not playing on my end.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
All right, stand by. I'll play it again. All right.
What's my name? What's my name? My other name. What do you call me? I am your father. From now on, you will call me your father. Stop. You will call me your father. What is my name, huh?
I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more.
All right, dude. I think I gotta stop it. That's just so they have to be. We have to have the list. We have to have the list.
Yeah, we've waited too long. They shouldn't have been allowed to walk the planet this long. If Frazzle Drip, and anyone who knows what Frazzle Drip is true, how the hell did that woman walk on this planet? How?
If anyone wants to know what Frazzle Drip is, it's spelled the way it sounds: FRAZZLEDRIP. Frazzle Drip. You can go right on a BitChute or Rumble, put that in, and you will find. You might take a few clicks. You will find evidence, very strong evidence, of Hillary Clinton with Uma Abedin involved in a satanic ritual offing of a young girl, 14 or 15 years old, and they torture and mutilate her to death. And the evidence was recovered by the NYPD when they arrested Anthony Weiner on charges that were essentially conduct inappropriate with a minor himself. And this was on his laptop, and the icon said insurance policy. It was his then wife and Hillary dancing around this young girl, torturing her to death, and it was on his laptop, and it's called Frazzle Drip.
How many members of the NYPD had a
12 members viewed the video. 9 of them to date off themselves, self-deleted. And now apparently all this talk about suicide can get you yanked off of YouTube, and I don't doubt that, but we have to, I think, push the envelope at this point, because we're coming to the point where these people have to be stopped. Maybe they already have been stopped.
They're wearing sweatshirts about it. Wearing sweatshirts. Wilson from Castaway will give you a new meaning when you watch the Frazzle Drip, when you find out what Frazzle Drip is, and Wilson and the bloody Ellen was wearing it. Jay-Z was wearing it. These people, if this is true, are sick.
It was a depiction and a nod to the young girl who they did horrific things to her face before she died. And that red palm print on the Wilson soccer ball is a nod to the Frazzle Drip video, because apparently Hillary is, if not the number one, she's like one of the top 3 or 4 or 5 of the witches in their coven. She does this allegedly entertainment purposes only, horrific stuff to kids. And this is why this thing has taken so long. People just, they can't believe that a human being, especially ones in such places of prominence, could do this to another human being. Well, go do your homework. That's not only how they get there, it's how they stay there, because they surround themselves with all these people who are also involved. And that is their, guess what? Insurance policy, which is exactly what it was labeled on top on Anthony Weiner's desktop.
Just look at a picture of John Podesta, and then look at a picture of Rockefeller, or look at a picture of one of they. It's amazing, that eerie reptilian look.
Yeah, they have a look about them, you know, and I don't even know that it's a physical look. I think that's us using our psychic abilities and tapping in to that area of
John, if we're using our psychic abilities, that means Jared Kushner is one of them too, because that's what I was saying from the beginning when I saw him, because he looks like one of them too. So I mean, it's like, at this point, what the hell are we looking at? Like, that's why this list has to come out. We got to find out what's going on, because there's too much bullshit flying around.
Yeah. It's really dark, and it's it's really creepy. Anyway, on a lighter note, Phil.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday, and I got you something really special.
Oh, yes.
I hope you like it. Actually, it is silver. Okay.
Oh,
it is silver. Yes, it is.
All right.
And P.S. I know you have a new car. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. And
well, it's a new used car.
Well,
we don't want
okay,
people to see them fast, right?
New to you.
Right.
New to you. And what is it? Gray blue? What's the color?
Blue, steel blue.
Okay. So chrome goes really nice, or silver, I should say, goes really, really nice against that type of blue, right? It's a Toyota Highlander. Okay. So underneath where it says Highlander, or by where the dealership name is, okay?
Yes.
I got you something special. You ready? All right. We're gonna play Sesame Street. You ready for this? Okay.
I can't see it, the green screen.
I know. All right. Hold on.
Ah, John, you're killing me. I can't see it.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Wow, I don't know. Can you see that?
Oh, I see a T.
All right. Ready? Okay, hold on.
Oh no. Oh no.
You see it?
Yes, I see that. I see an R. I see a U. I see an M.
Oh, I should have took them out of the packaging. They just arrived last night. It took them 4 weeks to get here.
What's it spelled? Let's go, Brandon.
From China.
Oh, excellent. I'll put it up.
They stick on the car.
Huh? I'm going to put those on my forehead.
Do you love it? Put them on your ass, so when you're making the sexy time with your wife, she can feel your butt and go, "Who's responsible for this?" Because think about it. I don't know why gay people think that Trump doesn't like them. The word rump is right in their last name, right?
John, you're killing every demographic. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got
Less-
something with the gays today. I don't know what it is.
I have something for the gays every day. Don't drink the water, fish fart in it. And just because I'm hung like a light switch doesn't mean I won't teach you how to choke on a small bone. Dude, we have just a couple of hours away from a gigantic, I hope, a gigantic temporal marker. Yeah? Would you agree with me on that one?
I hope so.
I hope so too, dude. All right. Well, listen, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Any idea where you might be heading off to?
I'm going to do a baseball game today.
Okay, very nice. All right. Oh, and P.S. So just got back yesterday from Florida, and I just want to show you real quick what I came home to. And this is for Elon. You love it?
I love it. I love
You
it.
love that? Okay. And so let me take off the background. Here we go. Let's see. Add background. I don't want to add the background. Stand by. Settings. Hold on. Here we go. Camera. Oh, virtual background. None. All right. So this is what I came home to after being in Florida. You ready?
Snow. Oh, what is that?
That is a pond outside my kitchen window that is half frozen with snow and all kinds of other crap on it.
You got to get the hell out of there, John.
I know, dude. I know.
What's
listen.
The point? What's the point of being there at this point?
It's good snuggle weather. I don't know. Call me crazy. Happy birthday to you, my brother. We will
thank you.
We will hopefully have some really interesting, exciting stuff to pick up with tomorrow. We're not going back, dude. The world will never be the same.
No, let's just pray Pam Bondi's got a really nice list.
Yeah, she's got a nice list.
John, come
all
on.
right. All right. Peace out, everybody.